So, what is the number one thing that breaks the narcissists and which saves you after you've been in their grips for a long time? And that one word is autonomy. The moment you've realized you've been in a relationship with somebody toxic, and it usually comes off the back of a discard, them just disappearing from your life, what you should try and strive to achieve is autonomy. And what I mean by that is, it's basically a combination of your confidence coming back, gaining your independence, and just settling into that self-assured place again that you once knew, but maybe you haven't known in a long time. Because narcissistic breakups, they narcissists they tend to discard people after they're convinced they've taken that person off their path. Because narcissists are attracted to people who seem to have something good going on for them at the outset, or who have good traits that are working in their favor. Maybe it's a likable character. Maybe it's a good peer group of people. Maybe they get on with their family and friends, and it's something that the narcissist lacks. And throughout the relationship with the narcissist, whatever that positive thing that you have that's cohesive, whatever path you're going down, whatever direction you're heading that suits you, the narcissist's primary goal with you, and this goes hand in hand with getting supply from you, of course, but their primary goal with you is finding out what your good path is in derailing you from that path. And it's because they would have managed to have caused you to shift your focus in the direction of things that actually could be good for you and onto them. And when you focus on them, when you make them the center of your world, they work that connection in such a way that you end up pushing all those other good things in your life away. Or if there was any positive momentum going on in any of those other aspects of your life, the narcissist would have ensured that the positive momentum on those things would have subsided just for long enough, such that those things would have been sabotaged. Certain projects, goals, objectives, basically, they collapse. And that's what narcissists do. But all of that only ever works. Narcissists can only ever derail you from your path. They can only ever bring you down that way if they make themselves the centerpiece of your world. And they can only really make themselves the centerpiece of your world if they can simultaneously somehow make you dependent on them. Because otherwise, if you're never going to have any dependency on the narcissist, and they're trying to make themselves the centerpiece of your world, something's just not going to click. And you're going to just leave. Too many red flags. What are you doing with them? It doesn't make any sense. But the moment you're dependent on them, then they can make themselves the centerpiece of your world. So narcissists, they try to erase your independence. They try to erase your confidence. They try to erase any sense of self-assuredness. They try to erase your autonomy. And it's when they've succeeded in doing that for long enough, and all those good things in your life have collapsed, that they decide they don't need you anymore. So once you've been through that relationship and they're no longer an active physical part of your life, they might still be in your head, you might still feel them, but that's fine. At least they're not physically around. That's one step forward. You need to work on attaining your autonomy. You need to think, who are you as a person? What do you want? You need to slowly start just warming up to the prospect that you can go and achieve new things. And you need to warm up to the realization that you don't need the narcissist, or you don't need a toxic person to attach yourself to have a sense of meaning and purpose. And they might give you some breadcrumbs in return, or maybe at the outset they might love bomb you to get you into that bind. And once you do start to create that autonomy, once you start to become more independent minded, where you don't need validation from other people to go out and set yourself in course to do good things for yourself. You don't need someone else to give you that steer, but you can actually set out and sail on your own. And then maybe, of course, down the line, other people tag along. But you don't need somebody to give you that steer. The steer, you have the courage to do it on your own. When the narcissist realizes that all of a sudden you're going down a path where you're coming together in a way that you're showing yourself not to be as broken as you once were, and B, you're coming together more strongly, with more assertiveness, more strength, where they think, okay, maybe I can't break this person so easily anymore. That's where the narcissist starts to think, hold on a second, this person is going out to do something. They're no longer in that position that I once was, that you're no longer in the position that they had put you in. You're no longer in a position where they might be able to go and hoover you if they ever wanted to. You're not in a position where them, by thinking about you, they feel good about themselves because they know that they're in a better place than you. When you take that away from the narcissist, yes, they do start to worry. They do start to become a bit paranoid, like they might be losing a possession, like they might be losing a very valuable thing. It's almost like they've tucked away some diamonds in a safe. They don't necessarily need to look at it every day, but they like to know there's something of potential value, something of value that they could convert into a usable currency if they ever wanted to. And when you start to go down your own path with confidence, with autonomy, it becomes a threat to them. What you need to realize is one benefit, one blessing that the narcissistic relationship confers upon you is when you bounce out of it, when you come across the other end, you come across with a certain level of strength, assertiveness and wisdom that you wouldn't have gained otherwise. Of course, there's a lot of suffering that precedes that. But if you focus in the right way, and then you bounce out of it, and you're finally going out there to conquer the world for yourself again, and if you're focusing in the right way, and you're not being too self-victimized by the past occurrences, you have a certain level of eagerness, a certain level of stamina, a certain level of focus that not many people can really achieve. And that's something that, of course, does frighten the narcissist, is when you've bounced out of the abusive place that they left you and you become a stronger person from it. And perhaps you're now becoming out of their reach, maybe forever. Thanks for watching.